Have you ever closed your laptop at the end of a really long day only to feel like your brain is just still spinning? Replaying every unfinished email, every missed deadline, all those nagging
Oh,
thoughts.
yeah, that feeling of leaving work, but work hasn't really left you.
Exactly. Well, today on the deep dive, we're tackling precisely that. We're diving into a pretty fascinating framework. It's from Reflect, Release, Reset, an evening system for leaders, originally from Grow with People and Systems. And our mission really is to pull out the most practical, maybe even surprising insights from this evening routine. How can we make sure we don't just kind of shut it down, but do it intentionally, truly clearing our minds for rest and renewal? For anyone listening who wants to end their day with clarity and, frankly, reclaim their evenings, I think you're going to find some incredibly valuable stuff here. So, our source kind of kicks things off by inviting you into what it calls your exhale moment, right around 6:00 p.m. And it makes this really bold statement. You've done enough today, but before you shut it down, let's do it intentionally. Ooh, that word intentionally, it really jumped out at me.
It's absolutely the core of this whole system, isn't it?
Yeah.
We talk so much about starting strong, having a powerful morning routine, but this source completely flips the script. It emphasizes that the best leaders don't just start strong, they end clear.
And clear. I like that.
Yeah. And this isn't just about finishing tasks. It's really about the mental process of disengaging. It acknowledges that your brain doesn't just have an off switch, like a light. It actually needs a structured transition to truly let go of all that cognitive load from the day.
Okay, so how does it propose we actually do that? The system itself is surprisingly simple. It's broken down into a three-step process designed specifically for your brain: reflect, release, and reset. Let's jump into step one, reflect. The source gives us three really specific questions to ask ourselves. What worked today, what drained you, and what energized you? I mean, it's not asking about your to-do list, which I find really interesting.
Exactly, and that's where the deeper insight is, I think. What's kind of counterintuitive about these questions is they don't focus on tasks completed or, problems encountered. They focus on your energy states,
Ah, okay, energy states.
right? It's a
Yeah.
subtle shift, but it's powerful. It moves you from that task completion mindset, which can feel endless, honestly, to more of an energy management mindset.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so by identifying what worked, you're not just noting successes, you're pinpointing effective strategies, maybe positive behaviors you used, and understanding what drained and energized you. Well, that's crucial for long-term sustainability.
Hmm.
It's about self-awareness, sure, but more specifically, recognizing this sort of invisible energy costs and gains of your day, and that directly impacts your capacity for tomorrow.
That makes so much sense. We're often just so focused on what we did, not how it felt or how it affected our energy. Okay, so once you've reflected on that energy piece, the system moves to step two, release. And this step is all about letting go. The instruction is pretty clear. Let go of what didn't get done. And it offers this really powerful reframing. You're not behind your building. Now, that sounds great in theory, but how do you really convince your brain of that when you're feeling totally overwhelmed by unfinished work?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? See, our brains are kind of wired with something called the Zeigarnik effect.
Zeigarnik effect.
Yeah, it basically means we tend to remember unfinished tasks much more vividly than completed ones. It's like this cognitive loop that keeps those items active in our mental RAM.
Okay, so just trying to forget them doesn't work.
Exactly. It rarely works. The power of this release step isn't just in the idea of letting go, it's in the deliberate acknowledgement of that unfinished work, but without judgment.
Right, acknowledging without beating yourself up.
Precisely. That deliberate act of saying, okay, that's noted, and it's for tomorrow, which is often counter to our default, self-criticism. It neurologically signals to the brain that it can actually deprioritize those thoughts for now. It's like
Right.
pressing save and then consciously closing the document.
I like that analogy.
This deliberate mental offloading is just vital for mental clarity because, like the source points out, when your mind is cluttered, your vision gets cloudy. It's about making genuine mental space,
Mm-hmm.
not just pretending.
Okay, so you've reflected on your energy, you've kind of mentally shelved the unfinished stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now we come to step three, reset. And this one is remarkably simple, almost deceptively so. Set one simple priority for tomorrow. That's it, just one.
Yeah, deceptively simple is a good way to put it. What's truly impactful here is that singular focus. In a world that constantly bombards us with multitasking and these endless to-do lists, choosing just one simple priority for the next day, it cuts through so much noise.
Yeah, just one thing.
Think about decision fatigue. The more choices you have, the harder it often is to just start. So by predetermining that single most important thing, you eliminate a lot of that mental friction that where do I even begin feeling the next morning?
Okay, so it gives you immediate clarity for the next day.
Exactly. Clarity and momentum.
Mhm.
It helps prevent that common feeling of paralysis when you're faced with a massive list. The source even emphasizes that systems like this, they help you avoid carrying the whole business in your head. That space they talk about isn't just about relaxation, though. It's about providing the mental clarity you actually need for effective decision-making and, well, genuine vision. It's like a keystone habit that can simplify everything else that follows.
It really feels like the whole system, all three steps, are designed purely to create that much-needed mental space, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And the source wraps it up by saying, so go enjoy your evening, rest is part of the work, and we'll see you again first thing tomorrow. I have found that line particularly resonant. Rest is part of the work. It just completely flips the script on how we often view downtime, right? Not as some luxury or just a break from work, but as an integral component of effective work.
It really does.
It transforms the daily close from this frantic scramble into more of a strategic exhale.
The strategic exhale, I like that. And it leads to a bigger thought, doesn't it? If intentionally ending your workday with this kind of clarity and really embracing the idea that rest is part of the work can so profoundly impact your professional effectiveness and your mental space, it really makes you wonder, how else might adopting this kind of intentional approach to ending things, maybe other parts of your day or even broader phases in your life, how might that foster deeper presence, reduce overwhelm, and just enrich your overall well-being way beyond just productivity?